Hello drivers, happy Motivational Monday. Today we will be talking about depression and foods and how they go hand in hand with each other. The biggest thing is that the studies have shown that if we eat more processed foods, if we eat soda, whether that be diet or regular, if we eat white bread, if we eat those donuts that we love on Monday mornings, any of those things, it's not great for our body, and it's not great if we struggle with depression. They showed that women who consumed more mass production of processed foods like bacon, sausage, soda, which we talked about, and junk food snacks are more likely to be diagnosed with clinical depression or be on antidepressants. Also, a study showed that they're decreased in ultra-processed foods by at least 3 servings a day. Their chances of developing depression lowered. They really just go hand in hand. It's my biggest thing that I will talk about throughout this whole series is how food and mental illness, food in your outcome of whether that be physically, mentally, and emotionally, all of those go hand in hand. There was a great section that Jennifer sent me actually on ways to help with reduce depression. The biggest one is a good night's sleep. I know that it can be hard. I know you can't fight it. We have to have good night's sleep. Next thing is avoiding tobacco. It reduces by 20%. As you know, we should not be doing tobacco. We shouldn't be doing any of that stuff. So I'm not here to say that it's an easy quit whatsoever, but it will reduce if you struggle with anxiety or depression. The next one is frequent social interactions. I kind of chuckle at this just because as a truck driver, that's a little bit more difficult. But when you get out, talk to people, ask people how their day is going. One thing that I know Dan and I have tried to do is that we will ask a cashier how their day is going. They seem to light up because it seems like people don't ask them that. So just ask people how they're doing. It doesn't have to be this long conversation. Just make somebody's day happier in a small way. Regular physical activity is 14% reduction. The biggest thing I can say is if you stop, just move a little bit in your truck, whether that be jogging in place like this, whether it be going sideways and doing a jumping jack, whether that be high knees, lunges, any of those things. And if you don't know how to do them, I am absolutely happy to show you guys a video on how to do those things that you could do in your truck. Less sitting time. I really, do kind of find this funny because it's basically making it harder for you guys to be able to do these things. But less sitting time, and that just goes in with what I just said. Get up, move just a little bit, even on your breaks, do some jumping jacks. My biggest thing that I will say is high intensity interval training. It's just where you spike your heart rate up really fast and then let it drop down. That's the best physical activity that you will find. It's the most effective one, I believe, my opinion. Somebody might say that's not true. That's just my opinion. Limiting alcohol, it reduces by 11% of depression. We're not supposed to be drinking alcohol. I know that some people, everything in moderation is okay. They're talking about the excessive amount. I'm just here to say the best beneficial things for you in the long run. Healthy diet, that reduces by 6%. When they say a healthy diet, really, they're just talking about all the things that we don't want to eat. Even myself, I like to have a burger. I like to have mac and cheese. If I could just go balls to the walls all the time, I probably would. But I will say that my anxiety would be skyrocket. Even if I was a stick size and I didn't have to worry about my physical appearance, I would have way worse anxiety. So I'm actually kind of thankful that I do have to work on that with my physical health because it helps my mental health in the long run. I'm going to quickly go over foods that help with depression, what you can have. We're going to turn this to a positive note. Green tea, almonds, salmon, avocados, chocolates, bananas, blueberries, spinach, and asparagus. Those are the top 9 foods that you should have to help with depression and anxiety. Next week, my goal is to be doing eat this, not that, just because I do understand how hard it is to be out on the road when Dan and I travel. I just want to get all of the stuff that I shouldn't be eating. So I get it. I can only imagine for you guys. So that's my goal next week, is to be able to put eat this, not this, even if it's a small increment. Remember, small increments make big, long, healthy goals. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Motivational Monday, and we will see you next Monday.